Hi folks, Ben from APT. I love bolting new accessories on my trucks. Today we're going to have a go at installing the APT Discovery 2 steering guard. As you can see, it's a three-piece design. This is to provide you with an easy fit product. This design also provides you with a hardcore barrier between your steering and the imminent danger that lies ahead. So what do you get? Two 8mm 350 grade steel mounting brackets, one 6mm 5083 aluminium bash plate. New highest quality fixings are also provided, so all you need are a couple of basic hand tools and you're on your way. Right now I'm under the truck. In order to install the APT Discovery 2 steering guard, we need to remove the factory tubular protection bar to gain access to those fixing points. I'm sitting here on the driver's side inside the wheel arch at the moment. I've removed the wheel just for ease of viewing. You don't need to do this for the install. We've already discussed that we need to remove the front tubular protective bar to gain access to the front fixing points. But for the rear of the bracket, for those fixing points, we're going to be using the two most forward bolts on the steering box. I've coloured them here in yellow. The top bolt, because it's behind the sway bar, we're going to require a 15mm spanner, and we only need to back it off enough to slide the plate in behind it. The bottom bolt though, with the use of a 15mm socket, we'll have to remove altogether to thread back through the mounting plate. Alrighty, so far I've completely removed the lower bolt and I've backed the upper bolt off all the way that I possibly can to give me plenty of jiggle room when it comes time to fit the mount. Now that I've been able to remove the factory protection bar, I've been able to replace the bumper mounting bolts with the 12mm bolts supplied in the kit. To do this, you'll have to give the bumper a bit of a shake, a bit of a wiggle, just to get the bolts to go through the holes, but then they'll be through. I prefer to install the bolts from the inside of the chassis outwards. This gives me something to hook the mount over when I go to install it later. You'll notice the driver's side mount is notched at the top. This is so it can slide in behind the bolt that we loosened behind the sway bar. To begin the install, we need to slide the notch over that top bolt and then poke the bottom bolt through the hole. With a bit of a jiggle, we're able to start the front mounts. Now that we have the mount in the position started with all the four bolts, we want to start the threads just loosely on the back two and do the nuts and washers on the front two very loosely as well, so we still have jiggle room. Once we've done that, we'll move to the other side. To gain access behind this cover, we first need to remove these two screws and back this one off. For this job, I'm going to use an 8mm socket. As you can see, there's multiple holes in the chassis, but for today, we want this one. Okie dokie. Now I've poked the 10mm bolt in the kit through that hole in the chassis. I'm going to hook the rear mount over the top of that one. Pop on my washer. And loosely start that 10mm nut. Just like so. Now we'll move to the front. Okay, it's going to be a bit tricky to see on this side because there's a bit of stuff in the way, but like the driver's side, we're going to give it a bit of a jiggle and a wiggle and we'll get those two 12mm bolts through. Same thing again, loosely start. Washer on first, nut on, same on the next bolt. Whoops, let's have a second go at that.
There we go. Now with the mount nice and loose, we'll attack this bash plate.
Now, we're going to offer the bash plate into position. Get him in place. Find one of the bolt holes. Bolt only. Washer and nut go on the backside. Poke him through the hole. Loosely get one started. At this point now, I've started all 4 bolts in the bash plate, so we should have something that resembles this. An entire assembly that wiggles around. Now it's time for the tightening sequence. We're going to start by tightening both the mounts first, and then we'll come back to the bash plate last. Okay, now we've tightened all the bolts. I'm just going to double check the tension on this last one, and then I'll pop this dust cover back on, and we're done. Okay, so we've gone through now and we've tightened every single bolt as tight as possible, and we've replaced the dust cover. We're done. There you have it. Another piece of super high quality essential protection done in your driveway at home. I'm Ben from APT. If you have any questions, email me or call me. I look forward to seeing you out in the tracks.